Now, while that win-loss record looks good at 1-0, the rest of that stat line does not. I mean, a 3.6 ERA, 10 innings, only 2 strikeouts, and a 1.9 whip. I mean, when was the last time you saw a successful pitcher with a 1.9 whip? I mean, a lot of that issue kind of came in the last game where we end up giving up 10 hits and a walk. But, you know what, we have plenty of opportunities to really be able to improve on that and be able to improve our stat line, because we really need to do that if we want to make it out of AAA, because I do not want to be one of those players who's perpetually in AAA. I want to make it up to the big leagues, and I want to make it up quickly. So, fingers crossed we can actually take this win against Scranton, at Scranton, and be able to improve that stat line. Now, it does look like we're going to be taking this Thursday game. I mean, we did just pitch on Friday, where we end up taking the win against Giolito, but that is where we gave up the 10 hits. But thankfully, we do have a full week's rest here. We're going to be able to get a practice in on the 8th, and we're going to be able to come out really fresh on the 10th, and hopefully we can get this win against Scranton. So let's simulate up there. Let's do our practice. Let's see what we're going to be facing, and fingers crossed we can take this dub. But based on the last couple games, I think that might actually be possible, because we end up taking the last 3 in pretty convincing fashion too. And it looks like our offense really showed up, so they can do the same for us against Scranton. I think that we can actually end up picking up a pretty good game right here. Now, what I think we're going to end up doing is end up working on the velocity of our circle change. We need something to be able to up our K rate, and I think this might be the thing to be able to help out. And it looks like I'm really going to need it, because this lineup looks pretty damn good. I mean, Spencer Jones is the only one in their top 100, but come on, man. Peraza, Cabrera, Dominguez, like, we're going to have a pretty tall order right here. Now, it looks like we're going to be facing Clayton Beater here, who's actually had some pretty decent starts this season. I mean, he's 1-1, 12.1, 14 strikeouts, and a 3.65. So we match up pretty well with our ERA. Just that it looks like he's a little more dominant at the, on the mound. But either way, we're going to go out there, we're going to take on the Rail Riders, and hopefully we can take Scranton out. That means we need to start right, which means hopefully we can actually get a first pitch strike on this one. That definitely doesn't look like that's going to be the case right there. End up rushing him off the plate, but you know what? That just allows us to, I guess, kind of work the outside of the zone too, We brush them off the plate a little bit, they'll kind of swing through things like that. Let's go. We got 1-on-1. Let's go to the fastball. Haven't thrown that at all. So let's make sure we kind of keep it a little low. That's not low. So, man, we need to find a way to work on that. Let's go to the split, though. Doesn't look like a couple of our normal pitches are working too well. Thankfully, he ends up grounding that. It's a four pitch out, but hell, we'll take the out right away. This guy's only hitting 091 for the season so far. Hopefully, we can kind of keep him around there, because yeah, I can tell the way he's swinging at a fastball, kind of out of the zone, kind of makes sense why he's only hitting that. But that's okay. Hopefully, that means it'll be a pretty good strikeout for us. I don't know how he's hitting number 2 in the order. You know what I mean? But hey, I am not going to question it, and I'm not going to be upset about it. Let's hit him with a fastball up high. Let's see if we can get him right here. Well, I mean, he did swing at it, but unfortunately that is going to be a pop-out. Probably should have went with something a little further out of the zone, I guess, because it looked like he wasn't able to really hit those. And now that brings up Cabrera, so hopefully we can get out of this one pretty quickly. We do have 2 outs, so again, we can, well, as long as we don't leave, balls kind of, right at thigh high, across the middle of the zone, we don't really have much to worry about. We just don't want to give him something where he can, kind of take it over the fence. That's the main thing I'm a little worried about. Got lucky on that one and ended up picking up the strike. Thankfully, that just kind of grazed the zone. He wants to go for a fastball again. We'll do that, but let's keep it on the outer half. Maybe he'll expect an off-speed and he'll swing at something, but no. Not when we throw it like that. So what do you say we pick this up with the slurve right here? Seems to be the pitch that's really been working for us quite a bit this season. Except for that one that ends up hitting him. Well, at least he didn't score. But that is definitely not how we wanted to end up. Please tell me you only stay at third. Oh, thank God. Okay, that worried me for a second, because, if that ball didn't go over the fence, yeah, that was definitely going to be a run right there. But we got saved by the ground rule double. Let's just make sure we don't do that anymore. I mean, this guy's hitting 167. We should be fine, right? Right? All right, well, let's go to the fastball. It seems to be what's working. We just need to, again, not put it in a spot where he's going to be able to, really do something bad with it for us. So, keep it right around there. Thank you so much. Oh, that went foul. I was kind of hoping that was going to be the end of the at-bat, and we were going to be able to get out of this, but no, we got to keep going. There we go. Thank you so much for that one. And now we're back in the driver's seat. So let's go with the fastball in the outer half again. Let that be it. That is not going to be. Now, we don't want to walk him, obviously, but if we do, it's not the worst thing. Yeah, that's not great. Now bases are loaded, but again, you know what? At least we're seeing someone different here. We have a fresh count, and let's just make sure we... thank you for going foul on that one. And let's just make sure that we get out of this one. I think we can. Let's just keep going back to the slurve. Let's just make sure that we don't leave it in the zone like that, where he can actually drive that to the outfield. Thankfully, he did not do that. So I'm actually going to go for the split on the outer half. Please swing at this one. He does. That is not the swing that I wanted, though. Can you get him at home? No, we can't. That is a 2-run single. That's not good. I thought we actually had a pretty good spot on that one, but we'll see down in the bottom left here in a minute. But, man, he got a pretty good piece on that one and just kind of drove it through the infield. And, yeah, I really need our offense to pick us up. That's not good. This happened in the first inning. Yeah, we just kind of left it in the zone a little too much. And on a count where we were so far ahead, definitely shouldn't have been where we spotted that. But what can you do, right? We're going to be in AAA forever. Okay. Okay, thank you. I thought that was going to be another single, and that was going to be another run or two. But thank you very much to the shortstop for actually making a good play right there. And let's just make sure those are the only 2 runs to cross the plate this game. Oh, and our offense produces, man. You got to love when that happens. So let's just pretend like it's a brand new game. Let's pretend like we didn't give up 2 runs. And let's just kind of get out of this one somehow. Oh my goodness. What kind of a swing was that, dude? Alright. Beautiful. Again, I wanted to strike out at some point, but I guess we'll take that? I don't even know what to necessarily call that. Surprised he swung at that. Surprised he didn't swing at that one. Either way, dude's got a double already this season. Let's make sure we don't give him another one because... Why are you diving, bro? What button was that I pressed? Well, I mean, honestly, the way that he ended up swinging at that one, I felt like that one should have been probably about 400 feet over the fence, but we're very lucky that, yeah, that was not the case. So we got Peraza again. We got the top of the order. Sort of really kind of did some damage to us, you know, at the beginning. So let's just make sure that we got Peraza out, and we'll face, you know, 2, 3, and 4 in the next inning. That's going to be future Wally's issue, you know? Oh, boy. Thank you for giving us the strike on that one. There was one a couple games ago, if you guys saw in the last video, where we pretty much hit that spot, and that was the spot we were trying to hit. But he still called it a ball. So I'm glad that we actually got it for a strike on that one. Not happy that we're in a 2-1 count, though. So, again, nothing too good. Ooh, nice attempt right there. Is he going to try for 2? He's trying for 2! But he ends up getting in. Oh, no, man. Dude, like I said, you know, looking at this lineup before the game, I knew we were going to have some issues. I mean, these guys are all pretty good hitters and really good players, too. So, I shouldn't be too surprised, but it's kind of hoping for a better start here. So, 0-2 count. I know we haven't been throwing it well this game, but this could be the perfect out pitch. Let's go for the changeup. That was actually a really nice spot, and honestly, for 0-2, that's really where you wanted to keep it. So let's actually go for the split on this one. Let's see if we can get him to swing on that. Can't. Really good discipline. You know, he's hitting, what was that, 087 or something right there. Either way, good discipline for a guy who's hitting 087. But there we go, finally. The ground out to get out of it, and now we're going to have to face 3-4-5 next inning. But again, future Wally's problem. See if the offense can get another 1 or 2 here. We don't, but again, it's like it's a brand new game right now. So we got Cabrera up. Unfortunately, don't get that first pitch strike, but you know what? We're going to be okay here. Again, it feels like it's a brand new game. We're all tied up. Again, we're going to pretend like that first inning didn't happen, but again, second inning didn't look incredibly pretty either. Didn't get a single strikeout. Though we have a chance right here, surprisingly enough. But what are we going to do with? You want to go with a fastball? Let's do it on the outer half. But again, yeah, that second inning didn't look incredible, but thank you so much for looking at that fastball in the outer half. We did not hit the spot that we wanted to hit, but hell, we'll take anything that they'll give to us at this point. So Dominguez hit a double in his last at-bat, so let's make sure that he doesn't get the same thing here. But at least no one's on base this time. Great pitch, but he can't hang on to it. Hey, I don't know if that makes me look good or the catcher looks bad, but hey, at least we're looking pretty good here. All right, let's go, though. Hey, we're not going to get that one. And good discipline to actually not swing at that. Totally forgot what I was saying before, so sorry about that. Oh, no. Yes, thank you so much. Warning track power. And thankfully we got 2 now. Well, this one's definitely looking a lot better than the last 2 innings. All we had to do was calm down. Seems like the beginning of our game always seems to be the worst. I should just not say anything until we're out of the inning, you know what I mean? I do that all the time. I would say that the Xbox is listening to me, but no, dude, this thing is old as dirt at this point. I don't think this thing actually... Ooh, a little short hopper right to him. Dunzo. And out of the inning. Well, now we got a big lead here. I'm feeling pretty good about this now. Now, let's just make it appear as if we deserve the win that we're potentially going to get. Get there. Another one right to the warning track. My goodness, we need to stop serving up meatballs. Although I am pretty hungry right now, so I shouldn't be saying anything about that. Either way, let's get in there. Good strike right there. We're getting very, very lenient calls today. And it's surprising because we are away. So, I don't know why we're getting that, but there we go. So 0-2 right here. We're going to hit him with the slurve right here. Get it down and out of the zone a little bit. Let's see if we can get him to swing through it. We sure do. Sit down, buddy. Nice 0-2 pitch right there. First time that we've actually thrown an 0-2 pitch where we wanted to throw it, and it's good. Maybe we're getting a little bit more accuracy now. Either way, it looks like we're going right back to it because it is going so well right now. Good. I didn't jinx it this time. That is going to be a ground out to the shortstop, and that is a quick 4th inning right there. Let's see if we can get a couple more, and let's see if we can, I don't know, really go in here with a lot of confidence. Well, even without any more runs, I still feel extremely confident. That last inning was so much better. It seems like we're getting better every single inning. Don't look at that last pitch. That one didn't happen. Let's go to the changeup right here, though. I feel like Peraza can't hit that. See? Look at that. I don't know what he was looking for, but at this point, maybe it's just because we have been not incredibly accurate today. So maybe they're just, waiting until they get a first pitch strike, you know what I mean? That was a beautiful slurve. What do you say we go back to it again, just a little more out of the zone this time? Oh, I thought maybe he was going to bite on that one. But no. Again, great plate discipline right there. So what do you say we go with the split here? Let's see if we can get him on one out of the zone. Oh, that looks good. Oh, man, I thought he was going to swing through it, but nope. Too much in the zone, but at least that's a ground out to the third baseman. We got one out this inning. It's a little rough, too, because we were facing the top of the order. Again, that was what really burned us in that first inning, and unfortunately, that 2-hitter that is not hitting over 100 this season, it's got a nice little rip right up the middle. But again, it's because we really left it in the zone. I mean, look at that spot right there. That was perfect for him. Either way, let's get a double play right here. We just got to keep it down in the zone. No mistake pitches. We just got to keep it down. That's all. See? Like that. We didn't get the call that time. That's okay. Again, we've been a little erratic. So, I totally get it. Yeah, we're not going to get that one either. 3-0. Just got to keep it up a little bit. Again, we don't want to give him anything too good. Cabrera is a good hitter, so there we go. Thankfully, we get that call right there. So again, we don't want to give him anything where he's going to end up, potentially driving this guy home. That's the main thing I'm worried about. Thankfully, we push it to a full count now after going 3-0. We really want to finish it with a fastball, huh? Apparently so. There we go. That is a good one. That's going to be a 4-6-3 double play, baby. And we get out of that one. Got to trust in the catcher, man. He knew what he was talking about. We get out of the 5th inning, and let's see if we can keep this up. Wonder how many more innings we're going to go. And apparently at least one, because we get to start out against Dominguez right here. At least it's 4-5-6 this time. And Thankfully, he didn't swing at that one. Again, I'm just going on the thought that maybe they're just taking until they get a strike. And again, makes a lot of sense considering the fact that we're not getting calls like that. But, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll get that part again. We'll see. You never know. All right, perfect. We get it to a 1-2 count. Now we're in control. Now we can figure out what we want to go with and really try to get him on something. I'm actually going to go with the changeup right here, and let's keep it out of the zone this time. That's perfect. Sit down. I know that wasn't out of the zone, but hey, you know, I guess kind of aiming off the corner meant that we're going to actually hit the corner. Either way, that's a nice little strikeout there to start the sixth. Jones has been doing pretty well today, 1 for 1. He also had that walk as well, the one where we shouldn't have ended up walking him. So let's see if we can get a little bit of revenge right here. Let's see if we can get him out at least once. And let's get to 2 outs this inning. It'd be nice to actually have another efficient inning. Oh, hold on. Get me over there. Come on. Oh, come on. You got to give me some... Oh, interference. Just kidding. If anything, that probably would have been on us. But we're looking real good this inning so far. I am very happy with the way we've really bounced back. You know, again, those first 2 innings were a little rough. I did not think that we were going to get out of this game, or at least we weren't going to get into like the 4th inning. Maybe we're going to get through the 3rd, but the way that we're pitching now feels pretty good. Despite the fact that, you know, we are 2-0 right now. That's okay. Look at that. That's a perfect pitch right there. Thankfully, we get the strike on that. That one just grazed the zone. So let's see if we can do the same thing here with the split. That looks good. That's perfect. That's a ground out to the second baseman. And we're out of the 6th inning. Maybe we'll actually get into the 7th and get out of that as well. We're a little light on our pitches right now, so maybe it'll give us one more. Fingers crossed, because I'd like to go out there for one more inning. But I do not get my wish. Trevor goes out there and he's thrown 3 games so far. 3-1-2, hasn't had a hold, but hasn't gotten a loss. So, you know what? Fingers crossed he can go out there and actually hold the game right here, and hopefully we can still pick up the win. And yeah, we definitely do. 11-4. Dude, like I said at the beginning of this episode, you know, the last week before we ended up getting this start, dude, our offense looked like they were producing, and they definitely showed it in this game too, man. 11 runs is insane. Now, our stat line wasn't great because of that first inning, but man, did we really bounce back, and that's what I'm proud of right there. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned, 3 Ks, and 1 walk. You know, again, we gave up those 2 in the first, and it looked extremely bleak, but man, we really bounced back, and really proud of this game despite the fact that we could have pitched better. I don't know why he's laying on the bed, dude. After a game like that, and come on, man, you're wearing a polo, you got to go out and celebrate that win, dude. Come on now. Not just that, man, but he ended up going up to a 69 overall, and that's really good. I feel like we're getting closer to the point where we might be able to actually slot into the MLB rotation, because I'm sure the Mets actually need a little bit of help, and I think we can give that to them. Well, kind of. I don't know. After the last couple games, maybe that's a little questionable. But again, the way that we bounced back and, you know, kind of came back after a rough first inning, I'm really proud of that, and I think that's something that hopefully the guys upstairs will actually see and will want to move us up, sooner rather than later. So looking at the calendar here, looks like we do have a couple more games against Scranton. We do have practice on Monday, and we're probably going to take Game 2 against Charlotte. Looks like we're doing really well as a team so far this season, 10-2. Charlotte 6-6 so far. So after these games, we'll end up seeing what happens, and we'll see where our record's at. I know this one was a short episode, but I really wanted to get a game in before stream tomorrow. So I really wanted to play this game, and especially since it was against Scranton. We had some pretty good success against Scranton last season. I thought it was going to be a pretty good game, and again, despite the fact that we had a rough first inning, still thought it was a pretty good game. I mean, looking at those stats right there, we are 2-0 now, and that's really great to see. A 3.38 ERA, definitely an improvement. Still need to get some more strikeouts, but we did more than double our total, which is extremely pathetic, I know, but not too bad there. It's nice improvement. And our whip went down to a 1.56. Not great, but again, a lot better than a 1.9. It'd be nice to not have those 1 or 2 walks that we pretty much have every game. It'd be nice to really kind of limit those hits, but again, we just need to be a little more accurate with our pitches, and hopefully we can actually mix them a little bit better too. Hopefully we can start that against Charlotte next week. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week against Charlotte.